Going on, dog man, out there. Got a little episode of Super Bowl Sunday. Barbecue and Bulldogs. Out here got my boomerang dog working the spring pole. And I got my Stampinato Turtle Buster dog on the treadmill, 6-month-old puppy. Now I had a quick episode earlier about snakes in the grass. I was doing a little job, so I couldn't really finish it how I liked it. But this is part 2 of that. If you stay ready, you don't have to be ready. And in this dog game, I'm retired. I only do dog shows, all positive stuff right now. But I like to talk about the good old days. You know, that's what our old heads like to do. We like to talk about the past. So, what I'm talking about is, if you stay ready, you don't have to be ready. Especially when you bulldogging. When you bulldogging, a lot of times you don't have time for a 6-week keep, 8-week keep. Get a match set for 8 weeks and all that. When you bulldogging, half your matches or half your catches are on contract. And don't ever think, like people say, oh, that OTC. OTC is different than contract. I don't know. Some OTC are better than contract matches. But what my experience is, when I was coming up, if you get caught sleeping, you lose a lot of good dogs like that. So, like I said, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. First time I learned that, I'm gonna tell you some experiences, some dogs that I ruined because I wasn't ready. And I got caught bulldogging on Super Bowl Sundays. I learned to feed my dogs at nighttime or early in the morning, because you never know where you're gonna get that call. You might be chilling one day, your homies call you up and say, yo, we got some bull guy with a nice 45, he willing to, you know, see who can run faster in the woods. What's up? You might be at a bar, or you might be on the block, or you might be at work. Somebody say they got a better dog than you, that he can run and catch that hog faster than you. You might. Sometimes you get caught up in the height and you rock out. That's what bulldogging is. And a lot of times you get caught, and you always gotta be ready for those situations. So I wouldn't feed my dog till late night. When I was active, when I was young, I learned through trial and error. I wouldn't feed my dogs till 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Because if you feed them during the day, you get that call, your dog gonna be shitting in the woods. He have a full belly, gonna run hot. So feed them early in the morning or late at night. So you never get caught like that. I learned through trial and error, always feed my dogs at late, just in case I seen something in the woods and I let my dog catch it. He wouldn't run hot in the woods. Other is conditioning. A lot of people, see, I got dogs in 8x8 pens and 16x16 pens, 6x12 pens. Because the law is funny like that. But a lot of dogs like the chain. I got a little chain spot. I like to take my dogs out while I'm cleaning the pens. And they like going to the chain spot. Sometimes they mad that they gotta go back in the cage. So a lot of times, chains are beneficial. I don't know why the law says it has a big thing about chains. People with money are bullies, I guess. Because dogs like chains better. And they're in better shape. So a lot of times if you got your dog on a chain, he's always in pretty good condition. They run around on that 8-foot chain, running them circles, that conditions them by themselves. So that's really good for them. So that keeps them in shape. You walk them, you got your dog on a chain, pretty good condition. But if you bulldogging, you gotta have a treadmill, flirt pole, spring pole, balls, bikes, waters. There's different ways to condition your dog. Old school, I like to swim my dog and bike my dog. You can use electric mill. Watch your speeds. You don't want to burn them out. You can easily burn them out in an electric mill if you don't know what you're doing. But if you got bulldogs and you're bulldogging, you gotta keep a routine, everyday routine. Clean the cages out, put them on the treadmill. Have a routine. Always have your dogs ready. Always have your dogs and show ready. Always have them ready. Because you never know what type of show. I had a dog named Rock back in the day, and that was my first lessons like that. I had Rock's brother Chemo. I bred the dogs. I had a cur bitch that I bred to a Carver dog. She threw out a good litter. Out of 7, about 3 or 4 of them were good dogs. And I come from a town where my town will always beef with this other city. And we beefed at everything, sports, fighting, girls, everything, dogs, boxing. So one time I'm a young bull, I'm like 15, 16, but I'm known around the neighborhood for having dogs. So the older men, they're like 6 years older than me. They know I'm a little hot-headed young bull with some dogs. So they catch me not ready. They bring a little Hammonds dog, and I have my Carver Cross. My Carver Cross is not in shape. They brought their Hammonds dog in shape for a show. And they talked a little trash, and we rocked them out. Now nowadays when people school dogs, you know, they give 15 minutes, 10-minute bumps. Little quick races. You see how fast your dog is and how fast he can run in different terrain. When we were back in the day, we really didn't. Sometimes we would bump dogs, but a lot of times we were bulldogging. Fuck it. Let's see what he got right then and there. Let's let him go in the woods, see if he's gonna catch that hog in the swamp. Without no training or regular training. Or training, and I got caught slipping like that. About 15, 20 minutes, my dog quit. I gave him away. You also cut the bullshit out like that faster. I don't know, some people say it's hard on dogs. Some people say, you know, you do what you gotta do. So, the harder you are on dogs, sometimes you end up with good stock. Some people do it different. Some people are real late on their dogs. Nowadays, people I think are too light on a dog. But I got caught with chemo that day, slipping off the chain. They stopped my dog in 20 minutes. My dog wasn't ready. And then when stuff like that happens, you know, you can't say, oh, my dog was in shape, this, and that. Bottom line is your dog stopped. Because you wasn't ready, you didn't have him in shape. You ruined him. Some say there's no coming back. Some say there is. It's up to you. But another dog I had, a turtle buster dog. I'm gonna teach you these two lessons today. Weight and condition. Sometimes don't let your pride get in the way. If your dog ain't ready, 5-10 minute races are alright. You know, let him race 5 minutes. It's like sparring. You spar 4 rounds, then you spar 6 rounds, then 8 rounds, then 10 rounds. Same thing you do with the racing. And with weight, they say each pound is like 10 pounds in a human. So if you pushing 2 pounds, you pushing like 20 human pounds. Think about that. If the dog's too big, or if the hog is too big, keep an eye on your dog. You know what I mean? Every dog can quit. You can make every dog quit. Don't get it fucked up. So, if you get hyped up for shows and you go there, they switch dogs on you. Dogs are 2 pounds heavier, 1 pound heavier. Take the forfeit and go home. If your dog is not in good shape and some friends ask you to run the dog, nah, he not ready. He not in shape. Simple as that. Take care of them dogs. I'm just talking about back in the day experiences. I'm out the game now. I've been out the game. But a lot of people lost a lot of dogs by taking their dog that wasn't in shape against the dog that's in full keep. That's not fair. Don't let nobody get you like that. And don't let nobody get you with pushing too much weight. If they got 2 pounds heavier than you, 4 pounds heavier than you, only a 5 minute race, 10 minutes, that's it. Don't go too much pushing. Don't do that. After 10, 15 minutes, that shit start wearing out on a smaller dog. Even for rolls. Back in them days, people rolling a lot of dogs doing that dumbass shit. I seen it with my own eyes. This is so people out there will not ruin dogs. I hope nobody's doing no illegal shit, but just period. You gotta take care of them dogs. You gotta watch them. Watch their weight, watch their condition. Make sure they're conditioned for everything they do. Make sure they're in perfect weight for everything they do. I lost a lot of dogs like that, or ruined a lot of dogs getting caught up in the moment. I know a lot of people out there know what I'm talking about, the big bulldogging. And a lot of people get caught up in the moment and try to push weight. They lose dogs doing that too. You know, nowadays it's not, the game's over, but we just talking about stuff that happened back in the day. If a motherfucker's out there doing it now, just be careful. I don't advise none of that. I don't condone, sell, own any dogs for illegal purposes. But just remember, if you stay ready, you ain't ever gotta be ready. And don't push your weight. You're gonna lose some dogs like that. Now, about starting them young, that's another story. We'll talk about that next story. That Boomerang dog right there, he loves that work. That's a Lacefield boy right there. That's my Turtle Buster dog right up there. He loves the work too. We're getting ready for the show coming up. So right now I'm not feeding them no raw food. I mean no hard food, just all raw, natural supplements, natural foods, fish oils, the muscle stuff. Cause I want them to look good down there. I'm trying to win a couple medals. And I might do a couple top dogs. Nowadays, support all the dog shows, man. Support all the events. Get involved in that and fight all the laws that's out there. All them tethering laws, everybody get together and fight them Jones. In Pennsylvania, they got those tethering laws. Fight them laws. That's unconstitutional laws. They telling you how to deal with your dog. If you know what you're doing with your dogs, you should be able to do that. So fight them laws and stay out the way, protect them dogs, man. And keep scratching, you hear me? Super Bowl Sunday, barbecue and Bulldogs.